In the beginning, before you were even born, your soul was part of a greater soul, and when God separated you, he whispered across time, one day you will find the other half of yourself. And when you do, you'll remember. The Zohar says before a soul descends to this world, it is matched, not by chance, not by luck, but by divine wisdom. That's why it doesn't always make sense. It's not about surface, it's soul memory, something ancient in you just knows. Real love isn't easy. It's tikkun, it's correction, it's growth. Your soulmate doesn't just make you happy, they make you whole. They challenge the parts of you that are still becoming. You were meant to be together not because it's perfect, but because it's purposeful, because your two sparks were always meant to light the same flame. Two souls, two flames, one light. When you find the one your soul was written for, hold them with reverence, not like something you own, but like a prayer that was answered. You're not just in love. You are part of something holy. You were meant to be together. Absolutely, I understand you completely. You didn't come here by accident. You've been seeking for an answer, haven't you? Asking God for clarity, for a sign, for peace. You're not asking for perfection, just truth. So listen. These are 10 real signs that the person you love might be the one God chose for you. The first sign, you met them in a season of divine disruption. God doesn't always send people into your life when it's calm. Sometimes he sends them when everything else is falling apart. Why? Because when you have nothing to offer but yourself, that's when the right person can see you most clearly. You met them during the breaking, the letting go, the transition, and instead of making it heavier, they became part of your healing. They didn't rescue you, but they stood beside you in the storm. That's not luck, that's divine timing. God didn't send them to save you, he sent them to walk with you while he rebuilt you. The second sign, you felt drawn to them before you had reason to be. God's plans don't always make sense at first. You couldn't explain it, you just knew something was different about this person. It wasn't about attraction, it was something deeper, something spiritual, a pull, a calm, a strange sense of I know you, the kind of peace that doesn't come from flirting, it comes from recognition, the soul remembering what the mind hasn't caught up to yet. And the more you tried to shake it off, the more God confirmed it, through conversations, through timing, through tiny, quiet signs, until one day you stopped questioning it, because your heart was no longer looking for proof, it was already convinced. The third sign, they make you want to get closer to God. Real love doesn't just connect you to a person, it brings you closer to your Creator. When they came into your life, something shifted. You started praying more, not because they told you to, but because your spirit was waking up. They speak life into you, they remind you of your purpose. They don't just encourage your dreams, they remind you who gave you the dreams in the first place. That's what a God-sent person does. They don't pull you away from him, they pull you back. The fourth sign, your relationship is built on truth, not performance. You don't have to pretend around them, you don't have to perform. You can bring your truth, your flaws, your fears, and they stay. That's not just chemistry, that's covenant. A God-ordained connection won't make you feel like you're too much, it will make you feel seen. And when love sees the worst in you and still doesn't walk away, that's not romance, that's grace. And grace always has God's fingerprints on it. The fifth sign, you still choose each other, even after seeing the flaws. Love sent by God isn't blind, it's brave. You've seen their issues, their past, their broken pieces, and they've seen yours, but somehow you both stay, not because it's easy, but because something greater is holding you together. Want the next signs? Watch part 2, the most important one is at the end.